Hello, welcome back, or welcome to my channel. My name is Taylor, and today we're reacting to Olivia Rodrigo's newest single, The Cure. But before hopping into the video, to like, comment, and subscribe if you love all things music. Now listen. I did film a reaction to Drop Dead by Olivia Rodrigo, but I was on vacation or traveling at the time, and then I got massively sick. So by the time I would have been giving it to you, would have been weeks later than it actually was coming out. So I just never gave it to you. So in case you're wondering, yes, I do love Drop Dead. She has been on repeat. We are in our pink era, if you can't spot the vibe. But when am I not in my pink era? I have the purple hair, but I am a pink girly in general. And right now, The Cure, all I know is that it's an almost 5-minute long song. The music video is giving a little Nurse Ratched. I don't know. All I know is that she definitely is giving us, like, for Drop Dead, it was very much so a cutesy baby doll dress vibe. Now for The Cure, it definitely is giving a more vintage, sort of like sweetheart neckline, like 1950s vibe, at least in the aesthetics. But The Cure, I understand, is going to be a little sadder, not quite as lovey-dovey as Drop Dead. And of course, I saw her performance of Begged on SNL, and I don't know if that's going to be an official single or not, but I do know that Drop Dead is probably going to be the most lovey-dovey on the album from what I've heard, so we're about to drop back into our Olivia Rodrigo sadness. But if this is her favorite song that she's written up till now, then I want to see what it sounds like. And the music video definitely has me intrigued. But like always, due to copyright, things like to be sped up or blurred out. And if you see me looking in this direction, it's because we have genius lyrics pulled up so we know what we're talking about. And without further ado, let's press play on The Cure.
All the pretty girls in the foreground of my mind.
Oh, okay.
Thought I'd done enough, but they keep moving the line.
Oh.
Thought feeling so alone, might as well be on the moon.
Oh.
My head is full of poison and my heart is full of doubt. I got toxins in my bloodstream. You try hard to suck them out, and it will be a cure.
What? What? Olivia? Yeah, no. Yeah, no. What? This was not what I thought it would be about. Olivia has said, The Cure is my favorite song on the album. It's kind of the climax of the record. It's just sort of about how when you're younger, you think falling in love with someone will fix all of your problems, and then when you face love and reality, you realize that's not the truth. So it's just me coming to terms with things that I wanted to be fixed about myself, or things that I thought that love would solve, and lo and behold, it didn't. So I wrote a song about it. Huh. Yeah. What? She did say the song itself has nothing to do with the band The Cure, but and it's Olivia Dan written track. Okay, yeah. So this hurt, that hurt, that hurt. I'm gonna be rambling and babbling apparently nonsense for the rest of this video. Verse 1: all the pretty girls in the foreground of my mind. I thought I'd done enough, but they keep moving the line. I thought I found the antidote this time. Well, I mean, she's talked about this before with jealousy, pretty isn't pretty. Kind of her growing up in the industry and growing up in the age of social media, how appearance and aesthetics and just the weight of being a woman in society and woman in the public eye, how like the pressure to look a certain way and act a certain way and sort of fit a certain mold has always weighed down on her, and she thought that she had come to terms with that, but she doesn't seem to be, because it seems like the line is always being pushed. Verse 2: and all the nights I spent fighting bad thoughts in my room, feeling so alone, might as well be on the moon. I thought I found the antidote with you. And like these issues, these mental health issues, these struggles that I keep carrying, that constantly have been battling in my brain, I thought when it came to you and finding love, that you would be the answer to all my problems. However, no matter how often you're around me, I still, when I'm, left to my own devices, when I'm left alone, I still feel like the loneliest, misunderstood person in the world. Then the chorus is, but my head is full of poison and my heart is full of doubt. I got toxins in my bloodstream. You tried hard to suck them out. Oh my, the pen game. She's like, I'm just full of poison, babe. Like, the poison that's inside of me cannot be extricated from outside force. It's like, I constantly, it's like a self-sabotage or self-poisoning of like, I'm the only one who can be able to like really rid this of my system. And it feels like medication and it's good for me, I'm sure. But it don't matter how your love feels anymore. It'll never be the cure. She said it doesn't matter like someone's love, romantic love, like the love of an outside person, it's just not enough. Like what I have going on in my head, it's doing in my body. It's like there's no amount of outside force that can really fully rid me of it. I need to do the internal work. You know? I don't think I've ever quite heard this concept put into such an eloquent way. Yeah.
Play a game in my head on a date guy. Tally up the girls that he fucked till I start to cry.
Now I know we're building towards something. Verse 3. Used to play a game in my head when I date a guy. Tally up the girls that he'd fucked till I start to cry. Now listen, I've never had the best in the dating game, and I'm also bisexual, so not just with man. I don't experience romantic jealousy, but something tells me, just gonna say from what I've seen from all of my friends. Thank you, Car. Thank you, Car, for interrupting my train of thought. This is probably a bit of a toxic way of like, unless you're just like planning on dating a virgin or someone, I guess, younger than you, which, I mean, she's 23, so I guess possibility of that happening. I'm just gonna say it seems like something that you're gonna constantly encounter, babes. Also, ooh, it's like you're looking for an antidote in love, but somehow you find that the toxicity within yourself is going to poison the love. It's, yeah. And then we have it, but I'm unraveled, hence the title of the Unraveled tour. We were trying to figure out when we were going to get that. Yeah, she's unraveling. It's just like she thought love would be the thing that could heal her, that could stitch her back together, but she's unraveling, babes. Now I know we're about to hop into a bridge that I'm sure is going to kill us. So let's all take a second. Breathe in, breathe out, mentally prepare. Yep. Yeah, that happened. Okay. So the bridge is, why can't you come stitch me up? I'm unraveled. Why can't it ever be enough? Then she repeats that twice and then says it's not enough. And of course we have a build. We have a build. Because do we expect anything else from Olivia? Basically the whole gives the string. Like, why can't you stitch me up, babes? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm thoroughly messed up after that little moment there. Let's see if the music video messes up anymore. First of all, I'm just going to say, is it punny? Is it a bit predictable? Absolutely. But the OR being the OR? Yes. Yes. And welcome back to the psych ward, ladies and gentlemen.
All the nights I spent fighting bad thoughts in my room. Feeling so alone, might as well be on the moon. Thought I found the antidote.
First off, love the red lip era. It's very cute because it is kind of giving him a Nurse Ratched, which is not a very happy visual. But then she's got this, it's very 1950s-esque style, but then she's kind of incorporating this kind of, God, it reminds me of like 90s, early 2000s, like the crochet and the buttons, kind of that movie, I think Robots is kind of like the vibe I'm thinking, like claymation, something like that. It's very interesting. I will say it would be interesting if one of the vials that she was trying to, reduce or like mix that serum in was a heart-shaped glass vial. I think that would be funny. But I also want to say to the art department, who was in charge of the arts and crafts? Because something tells me someone had to have the skill to do all these felt little heart situations, especially the realistic ones. Also, now we know what the string means. The string means, we were all like trying to figure out what on the poster, what the heck the string means, the unraveled means. Now we know what it means. obviously here she's stitching up the tallies because she's keeping track of her exes. Hence, I guess we can now see the allure to making a song like Obsessed. And sort of, because, the whole driver's license controversy that was really at the beginning of her musical career, I can see how that would stick with her and how that would follow her, that sentiment. But I am curious because now she's pricked herself and now the poison is leaking out, She's been spending this time unraveling, and now that she's truly like, oh, now it's seeping out and around me. So. Also, before we get into this, any other book girlies being like, it's a more niche, like, micro trope, but I feel like I've seen it a couple times of, like, where the guy in the Romantasy series, when the girl is poisoned, he sucks the poison out of her. Every time I hear that, I'm like, oh, so I'm not the only one who's a little obsessed with that trope. I'm just saying. Of course, this image of it takes herself, like her blood, to heal the heart. She's been using all these outside forces and antidotes, but as soon as she hooks herself back up to her heart, actually reconnects. Like, it takes herself, her blood, her internal. It takes her. She's the one who's needed. She can't just rely on someone else. Of course, it could also be that she's spreading herself then across these different guys, these different hearts. She's giving out everything she has to someone else. So, it could be that it's a metaphor in the picture of, like, it took herself, like, only when she actually finally reconnected with herself, reconnected with these hearts, that's what was able to heal her. Or she's spreading herself thin by having to drain herself into these different relationships without actually working on the core problem. I don't know. I'm sorry, in the box to the left, there's a box with it. It does feel like she's kind of crushing that self-insecurity part of herself when she destroys the dollhouse. I'm not gonna lie. But she's kind of ending up with packing it up. It kind of feels like maybe she's having to pack away this past version of herself. Kind of like with the new album, it's a departure from what Guts and Sour were. Not just title-wise, color-wise, and stuff like that. Sonically, it kind of seems like, because her first two albums were really exploring her teenage years, her 16 to 19-year-old self, her teenage angst, and everything that went along with that, her coming into her fame, her coming into herself. And now she's got an album that's really exploring what it means to be in your early 20s and what that looks like and how that's different. So it's kind of a more mature, more updated version, and kind of how I think she's kind of symbolizing by crushing that. She's crushing this past version of herself, this past more insecure self-sabotaging. Like, she's like, I realized that these notions that I was holding on to, these very childlike notions of love, are something that kind of need to be put in the past. You know what? Love it. Is that my favorite music video to date? I don't know. I really did like that one visually and aesthetically. I don't know if she worked with Petra Collins on this. I wouldn't be surprised if she did. But yeah, that was really cute. That was really cute. Which is funny because she got to film in Versailles for the first video, and that's like one of the most aesthetic places on earth. Oh well. But let me know what you thought of this music video, what you thought of the new single. What are you most excited to hear off of her new album, which comes out in a few weeks? Oh my god, I got new Ariana Grande in a week. And like new full Olivia. Oh, we are being fed this summer, not just in TV and film and music, but it's a good year. But yeah, I guess I'll see y'all in the next one.